Let's look at the graha and characteristics of grahas. These are called Shadabala, and there are six strengths of a planet. One is the Sthanabala, that is the house in which it is placed. The next is the Rashi Bala, that is it in its own Rashi or Shatru Rashi or Mitra Rashi. The next is Disha, whether it is in center, Navapancham, or in evil houses. Then it's about Swagruha and the aspects, Drushti. So we have Shubhagraha in Jupiter, Chandra, Shukra, and Buddha. And we have natural malefics in Saturn, Mars, Rahu, and Ketu. So this is how we actually calculate the strength of the graha. And also if is it in Ucha or Nicha Rashi, and is it Vakri at this time, that is during the rotation. It can look retrograde. So these are the grahas strengths. So we just looked at the strengths and the drishti part, that is aspect, it comes because of these following things, that is yuti, opposition, navapancham yoga, trikon yoga, and ananya yoga, and exchange of the houses. So for example, here in this horoscope, Venus and Mercury are together. So they work together. Moon and Mars are together. Now, there is an opposition between, say, Mars and Jupiter, Saturn and Venus. And there is a Navapancham yoga between Rahu and Jupiter. And there's a Trikon yoga for Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Moon, Mars, Venus. So, and the Moon also has Navapancham yoga with Sun and Ketu. Mars has with Sun and Ketu. So these are sometimes Anyanya Yoga is where graha of one Rashi is in the owner of one Rashi is in the house of the owner of the other Rashi, and they exchange houses. So that's a very important yoga. It's called it's as powerful. The Ucha and Nicha are the most powerful. Anyanya Yoga are equally powerful. Then next is Ucha is most powerful, Nicha is the lowest. And next is Own Rashi, Mitra Rashi, and then these Drushtis. So we talked about the Rashi Lord and Graha owners of the Rashi. So Simha, Leo is owned by Ravi, Karka is owned by Chandra, Makar and Kumbha are both owned by Shani, Guru owns Dhanu and Meena, and Shukra owns Vrishabha and Tula, Mangal owns Mesh and Vrishchika, and Buddha owns Mithun and Kanya. So when we are looking at the effects of these Rashis, these are the lords of the Rashis. And wherever they are placed, whether they are placed in good house or weak house, so the effect of that house on the first, the house will be tempered to that effect. Harshal, Neptune, Pluto are new, and Rahu and Ketu are not, do not have their own Rashis. So just as own Rashis, and they also have their Ucha and Nicha Rashi. So Graha, Ravi can be Ucha will be Ucha in Mesh, and Ravi will be weak in Tula, that is Nicha. Chandra in Rishabha, and weak in Vrishchika. Shani is Ucha in Tula, and Neech in Mesha. Guru is Ucha in Karka, and Neech in Makara, and so. So these, it's if you notice that they are exactly 7 houses apart. Shukra is Ucha in Meena and Neech in Kanya. Mangal is Ucha in Makara and Neech in Karaka. And Buddha is Ucha in Kanya and Meena, and Neech in Meena. The Graha Mitra and Shatru we covered in the earlier slides. And the Panchang has all these charts. So basically, benefics and malefics, natural benefics and natural malefics is how it works. So these are the drishtis. Ravi and Chandra aspect the seventh house from wherever they are. Shani, however, has multiple aspects. It does aspect the seventh and third and tenth. Guru aspects the seventh house and the fifth house and the ninth house. Shukra aspects seventh, Mangala aspects seventh and eighth. Buddha, Herschel, Neptune, Pluto, all aspecting the seventh house. So I'd like to acknowledge AstroSage Kundali app. They have done a great job. I've been downloading several softwares from time to time, but these guys have done a phenomenal job, and they give you a very detailed horoscope, about 50-60 pages, which may be hard to understand, but it's still very good. And they also have a lot of YouTube videos to explain astrology too. So you could try that. So when the events are seen in the horoscope, the big question is when will they happen? So we use dashas and mahadashas to predict exactly in which at what time in life these events are likely to happen. So at the time of birth, the moon has the moon's degrees are calculated to a very accurate, with a very high accuracy. And then through the charts, we determine how much of Bhukta Dasha, that is, how much Dasha is already gone, and how much of Bhogya Dasha is remaining. And then we have Mahadashas, Sukshma Dashas, and Antardashas. So, for example, in this diagram, we have Mars Dasha between 2006 and 13. But it is not just Mars all along. And so so between 27 2006 is the Indian style of writing to 1612 2006 is the Mars Dasha. And then the other planets start giving their effect in the Mars Dasha. So largely the events are controlled by Mars Dasha, but these planets also offer their events. Total, they divide the life into 120 years, and there are these dashas. Sun has 6 years, Moon has 10 years, Mars has 7 years, Rahu is 18 years, Guru is in 16 years, Shani 19, and Venus 20. So this happens in a sequence. So for example, after Mars, I know that next dasha for this person will be Rahu, then that will be 18 years. And that will start exactly on 21/7/2013. Other than dashas, we also have the transits. So we know that this is a particular Mars dasha, but the planets are transiting. For example, planet Mangal in 2019 was transiting on 10th of November to Tula, that is to then December 25th it transitioned to Vrishchika, then February to Dhanu, and 22nd to Makar. Since Shani has the longest transit, 2.5 years per Rashi, Rahu has 1.5 years per Rashi, Jupiter has 1 year per Rashi. So these three are taken more seriously. All other transit within a month or month and a half. So that's not all that terrific.